Hey everybody, and welcome to my review of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord. This set is manufactured by Forever Clever and licensed by Hasbro. This set also comes with a total of 280 pieces and 3 minifigures. We're going to start by taking a look at the minifigures that come in the set, starting with the Red Ranger. And overall, I think this is an okay minifigure. There's nothing super crazy about it. My favorite part about these figures has to be the chest print and their respected Dinozords on them. Other than that, the overall look and feel of this figure is rather cheap, and there's no back printing or anything on this figure, which is kind of a letdown. Another thing that I think would really help these figures is having some sort of leg printing. This figure does have some wrist printing, however, and each one of the helmet prints are unique to the Power Ranger it corresponds with. Another thing I find rather disappointing about these figures are the heads underneath. There's no facial details except for the nose, and they look rather poor quality. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at the Blue Ranger, which, just like the Red Ranger, you can definitely tell it lacks some quality when compared to other minifigures like those made by Lego. But again, I think the highlights for these figures has to be the chest and helmet printing. They did make an effort to at least make them different in those aspects. And again, there is a face underneath that lacks any sort of detail except for the nose. Last up, we're going to be taking a look at the Yellow Ranger. I'm going to sound like a broken record, but again, the chest and helmet print are definitely the highlights for this figure. Other than that, I feel like it's rather cheaply made and nothing special. This Ranger also comes with the same head as the previous two. With the minifigures out of the way, we're now going to talk about the main build for this set, the Megazord. And it pains me to say that I absolutely do not like this thing at all. We're going to start things off by looking at the top half of the Megazord. And right away, the thing that bothers me most about this set has to be the way that they decided to shape the overall head of this build. It looks absolutely nothing like what it's trying to represent. This set doesn't come with any printed bricks, so all the details you're seeing on the Megazord are stickers. And the directions don't give you any indication on where they should go, so you have to look at the box for reference, which was kind of a pain in the butt. The overall brick quality of this build is rather poor as well, and when I was putting it together, it came apart multiple times. Especially with the sword, one little shake and it falls off. I would have liked to have seen this build be a little bit more durable, especially for a set for ages 5 and up. Now we're going to be taking a look at the bottom half of the Megazord, which I don't think looks as bad as the top half. And I actually don't necessarily mind the design of the saber-tooth tiger. I think it looks rather cool. But the overall build quality of these aren't very good, and they do come apart very easily. Especially those two black cannons near the knees of the Megazord. And like I said before, this set doesn't come with any printed detail, everything is stickers. And I spent forever trying to get the stickers aligned on the Triceratops here. This was a poor design choice and made for a rather frustrating part of the build. Taking a look at the back of the Megazord, there's really not a lot of detail. The two white pieces there at the top of the head are meant to be much larger and they're supposed to be gray, but I do like the inclusion of the wheels on the back of the Triceratops and saber-tooth tiger. The Megazord does come with some articulation. It has ball joints in the shoulders, so they're able to be moved up and down and side to side. Keep in mind I had to record this take multiple times because the sword kept falling off. The Megazord also has ball joints in the hips and knees, so both of the legs can be rotated outward and inward. And like I said before, there's also ball joints in the knees, so they can be raised up and down, and you can even bend the leg a little bit. These joints actually feel rather strong, and I didn't think they were going to come apart when I was messing with it. I paid $15 for the set at a local store in the clearance section, and I don't think it's worth that price. I don't even know if I'd put a price on this set, because I don't think it's really worth anything. If you're a fan of the Power Rangers or the Megazord, I think you'd have a much better experience buying an actual action figure of it. As always, I want to thank you for watching my review, and be sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more future brick-built reviews.